In a dramatic and unexpected turn of events and on the heels of jury selection, Aiden Fucci pleaded guilty to first-degree murder, admitting he killed 13-year-old Trysten Bailey in 2021. The questions become why then, and what does he have to gain? Joining me on the morning show, former state attorney for the Seventh Judicial Circuit and currently a defense lawyer and managing partner of the Alexander law firm, Steve Alexander. Good morning and appreciate you joining us.
Good morning, Bruce.
So let's start with the why, and why when jury selection's about to start. Curious timing?
I thought it was something unusual. You normally don't see it played out like that. Judges like to have pleas, if there's going to be a plea, done the week before the trial date, so you don't have to bring 200 or 300 jurors into court. But anybody can plead as charged up until the moment the jury selection begins, and that's what Mr. Fucci and his defense team decided to do. But it was unusual.
The next seemingly obvious yet unanswered question becomes, might he have asked for something in return? Now, we know his mother faces charges of tampering with evidence. Is asking the court to consider dropping those charges or for leniency within the realm of possibility?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised at all if you see something in the future where the mother's offered either a probation plea of some sort, like plead and get a 3-year probation, or do even what we call a deferred prosecution. It probably wasn't part of this deal per se, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen. I don't believe you'll ever see Mr. Fucci testify against his mother. And I think at this point, justice prevailed. The actual murderer has, been convicted of first-degree murder.
Now, not having trial does spare Trysten Bailey's family the horror of reliving the gruesome details of her killing. During formal sentencing, will that be a consideration?
There's no question there'll be some consideration for the fact that he's entered a plea. That does mean that he's admitted his guilt. He tried to show a little bit of remorse at the end of this plea the other day when he told the judge that he was sorry to the Bailey family and to his family. And what I think he's trying to set himself up for is that at some point in time, either during the sentencing or in 25 years after the sentencing, when he gets a life sentence, he could be reconsidered again for a resentencing after 25 years. And one of the things, according to the law, is that has the person that's accused of the crime showed remorse. And so by entering the plea, shows that he's admitted his guilt. By making the statement the other day that shows, or at least I guess he's trying to show he's remorseful. But the judge will consider at sentencing a number of different factors. And the major factors I think he'll consider is probably psychiatric reports or psychological reports for the defendant. And probably the Bailey family and their friends will get to testify during the hearing as how Bailey's loss has impacted the family. I don't think it's lost on the judge either that this was a 13-year-old little girl who suffered 114 separate stab wounds. And according to the medical examiner, 46 of those stab wounds were defensive stab wounds, meaning she was defending herself, trying to defend off Mr. Fucci at the time he was trying to kill her. So I think all those things will certainly be considered by the court during sentencing.
Now, given your experience as a defense attorney and knowing the evidence as we do and things as we do, would you have proceeded the same way?
Yes, I was surprised yesterday by the plea of guilty to the first-degree murder, but I think I think Mr. Fucci's considering probably number one, he doesn't want his mother to go to state prison, and number two, the evidence against him was pretty overwhelming. I mean, let's face it, he made some admissions against interest that were all in the news media. Secondly, the knife that he used in the killing was found, and unfortunately, a part of the knife was found in Trysten Bailey herself during the autopsy. So, I mean, I think the murder case was going to be, pretty much a slam dunk. And I think once he considered all the evidence and his defense attorneys considered all the evidence, the plea was the best way for him to go.
And on the other side of the coin, having been a state attorney, would you have done anything differently?
No, the state attorney, as you probably heard throughout the case, never offered a plea. There was never a plea offer made to something lesser than life imprisonment. And because the child, Mr. Fucci, was 14 at the time of the crime, the United States Supreme Court has said anybody under 18 at the time of the crime cannot get the death penalty. But they held to their guns, the state attorneys did, and wanted a first-degree murder conviction. And they've recommended all along that they're going to go for the life imprisonment. That was going to be their recommendation. That's still going to be their recommendation when they go to sentencing next month or later on this month, I guess.
Steve Alexander, appreciate your time and your expertise. Have a good day.
Thank you, Bruce.